notable absence. Greg Olson missing from practice today. What's going on with him?
Rest day. That was pretty much it.
It looked like Norris was back out there for the first time today. Is that another step in the concussion protocol?
Yes. And he is out of protocol.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably good to get him back, but obviously we won't see him this weekend. But it's
No.
probably good to get him back.
Yeah. He won't play this weekend, but it was good to have him back and working with the guys and getting the communications going again.
Felt like the reality was setting in that this is it for him for a while. And he said he learned a lot about rules, about not being able to sit in the stands, not able to keep his playbook, not being able to work with the organization on charity. You agree with all that? I mean, I know it's an NFL rule.
It's not for me to agree. I mean, I'm not going to agree to the rules to begin with, but I will say personally, I think it is harsh, but that's the reason why it's the punishment.
It also looked like the second day for Marquise Haynes. Is it something small for him, or what's?
Yeah, it's something small. I mean, it's just we'll get him back ready to roll soon, and we'll go from there.
Seymour root canal run, or what's going on with Seymour?
Well, there's apparently a little something more also, so we'll again we'll have to address that till next week.
Is that guy like that who I know you're familiar with him from last year, but how tough is that to see a guy that last week here before cuts?
I wouldn't worry about him.
Ron, sometimes you see people around the league who have an infraction and they come back and the suspension is different than what Thomas Davis is facing for the performance enhancing drug,
PED, yeah,
the policy. In terms of some of the things that are enforced around the league, do you feel like there needs to be clearer limitations on some things that other guys might be getting punished for and get 2 games, 3 games? There doesn't seem to be any clear consistency with these things.
Well, again, I couldn't tell you that. I mean, I'm not the one who makes the rules. I'm not the one who agrees to the rules. I'm not the PA. So whatever the rules are, that's what we live by, and we just follow them.
Is there any sort of plan for easing Norris back into things, or what's sort of his?
Well, this is it.
Okay.
He worked today. He'll work tomorrow. Obviously we won't play him on Thursday. And then we'll work back in as we start our practices next week.
Obviously, it's better to get him back now rather than say next week. So
Absolutely.
He's got time to
Absolutely. That's exactly why we're fortunate he was allowed to practice today, and good. It's a good thing, so we can just keep going.
Who have you planned on decided who you're going to start at quarterback on Thursday?
For the Pittsburgh game? No. It's a secret. You guys will find out Thursday. We're gonna start off with Taylor. Taylor will take the first quarter. Then Garrett will come in and take the second quarter, and then Kyle will play the rest of the half.
There's so much pressure on a lot of these players for this 4th preseason game when they're trying to make the roster. Is there kind of a tendency for them to push a little bit extra to try and make a big play?
I think so. And again, I think that's part of helping you to make your decision on players, how they handle this type of pressure. I mean, and it's it's the truth. What we try to do is make sure we let everybody know who's starting. That way they can prepare in their mind that, hey, I'm the starter. I got to get ready to go. And to see how they handle that portion of it as well. I mean, that's a big tell for us as coaches, is how guys handle stressful situations. And this is about as stressful as it gets, because a lot of these guys will be competing for jobs and for opportunities. And, it's one of the realities of the game.
Ron, does that mean Taylor do you feel like going into the season that he's your number 2 guy then?
It means Taylor starts the game off. That's the starter.
Does he have any kind of edge at this point, Ron?
I guess other than that, we're having him start off today. Thursday. No. Again, you go into these games and you talk about why, and the reasoning just being what it is. So we'll see how it goes.
I remember back at camp, even you talking about how he kind of had the little improv ability and the kind of ability to make plays when but he also was putting the ball in danger a lot.
Yes.
Has he gotten better at that?
He's got a little bit better with that. He's protecting the ball pretty well. And again, we saw the great example is what happened in in the Patriots game. You know, and yet, you know, when you watch the way Garrett drove the team down and is more of a prolific style passer. I mean, he put the ball on the money to Mose Frazier in the end zone. I mean, so again, there's a little bit of trade-off on both guys.
Is it weird? That's probably not the right word, but what is it like to, after so many years of kind of having your number 2 guys set, to have this competition going?
It's been difficult. It really has. I mean, because every time we sit down and we talk about these guys, it's always, you know, oh yeah, this, and then but, or that, and. You know, it's a little bit different. I mean, with DA, you always knew what you had, and you always felt good about it. You know, and you're always comfortable and confident, you know, in his ability to come in and manage a game for you, his ability to start a game and give you a chance to win. I mean, that's what you want from your second guy, is that opportunity to win the game, and you feel good. You feel good when you had a guy like Derek, you know, like DA.
How early? Obviously, him coming back, you haven't gotten to see a lot of Andre Smith in the preseason, a lot of Jermaine Carter. How early are you hoping to get Andre involved in the game, and how much do you want to see out of him? Because I know you guys thought he had a lot of promise.
We hope to see him early in the first quarter. We really do, somewhere along that line. You know, probably third series, hopefully. And see what he can do. I mean, we got to, you know, this is it for him as far as opportunities. I mean, it's as big as it's going to get. Once he gets in, we'll play him throughout the game and see what he can do for us. You know, they both showed a lot of promise early on, which I did say. And him being hurt's been, you know, kind of a disappointment. You know, it's unfortunate, but this will be his opportunity.
Is this a situation where, even though Taylor Moton is still learning the ropes as a starting tackle, especially on the left side, you are cautious to play him Thursday?
Yes,
or
cautious is a good word. Just because of our situation. I mean, it's, you know, so we'll, you know, with him, it's we'll control his reps very closely and get him out as soon as we feel we need to get him out.
Ron Darrell said Williams hopes to avoid IR just because that means he's out for half the year. Do you think there's a good chance he could avoid it, or?
I don't want to put any words in the doctor's mouths, but he's done very well. You know, and so we'll see how it is the next couple of days, and then once we get to Saturday, when we start making our decisions.
And I guess Amini, same way.
I think Amini is a little bit ahead, just because of the severity of his in comparison. So we'll see.